Okay. I think I'm back. Hold up. My OBS crashed. Let me see if I am back in business now. I think I am. Hey, if anyone is on here, let me know if it's working for you. My OBS crashed there, which canceled all the streams. Sound works. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not. If you guys are on here just a little bit ago, my OBS crashed when I was diving into the machine. And because OBS crashed, it killed all the streams on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Twitch. So give me just a minute, guys. I'm making sure everything's coming back up properly. It works. What happened? Yeah, my OBS crashed. And so when OBS crashes, it kills everything. So 1 second. I'm checking some things on my end, and then we will formally get the stream started. Yeah, streamer problems for real. I mean, like, for what it's worth, I go live all the time, and it's not very often that I have issues, which is awesome, where I watch a lot of people who stream, and, like, they're constantly having issues like this. But it's pretty rare for my streams to crash. Okay, I think everything's good. I'm going to pull up YouTube. Yep, YouTube's good. Okay, I think everything. Oh, but now my audio's coming through. Let me turn off desktop audio. Okay. Guys, I think we're back in business. Unfortunately, we're going to have to backtrack a little bit of what we did because I also lost the recording. So I lost everything I did up to that point, including my cool AV evasion things. But what I think I'll do on the AV evasion is like the actual like poning myself. I'll probably make a separate smaller video for that, but I'll still demonstrate all the steps as we work on the Avenger room for Try Hack Me. So all the steps that I did, I will do them again on the Try Hack Me room, and I'll make a smaller video doing it to my own machine, but the Try Hack Me room is fully updated Windows and fully updated Defender. So I promise you, it really does work. I shelled myself if you saw it before, and I'll make another video of me doing that. But I do want to dive into the Avenger room, and we won't redo a whole lot of the steps, but it is going to feel like deja vu because I have to re-explain a few things for the actual recording. AZ Cowboy once said, I thought the YouTube police were after you. Not yet. They haven't come after me yet. Everything seems to be good now. So guys, what I'm going to do is going to once again feel a little bit like TV because I'm going to re-welcome you and explain what we're doing, and then we will dive into it. So I'm going to start recording and we'll do that. Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to HackSmarter Live. My name is Tyler Ramsbey. I am your host, and in this stream, this is part 2 of the Try Hack Me Avenger room, which is a new red team challenge room that requires us to bypass antivirus in order to get initial access. Now, I will just say in the first stream, I got pretty stuck on here. I actually fell down a rabbit hole on Forminator, which is a plugin for WordPress that has unauthenticated RCE. And if you're watching in the first stream, we did a lot of things, including manually trying to exploit it to get that unauthenticated RCE to work. Well, like many things, I went to bed. Actually, it's been a few days since I came back to it, and it's been in the back of my mind. I've been thinking about it, and I thought, hey, maybe we actually have to send a file, because when you upload a file, it says our team will review it closely. And in my notes, I did upload a .exe, and nothing stopped me. So I was thinking, I wonder if I can figure out how to create a .exe Windows binary that gets a reverse shell, if it will be executed, and if it will give me a shell. But then of course we ran into a problem. How do we get a .exe that bypasses Defender? Now, Defender has gotten a bad rap in the past, but honestly, Defender is really good. Like, Windows has done a pretty solid job with Defender in protecting Windows systems. So bypassing a fully patched Windows computer with Windows Defender with a .exe binary is a lot more difficult than it sounds. So I kind of fell down this rabbit hole of how do we do AV evasion. I'm not that great at it. I'm not a programmer. I barely know C a little bit. And what I discovered is NIM can be used pretty powerfully and pretty simply to bypass Windows Defender. Let me show you guys a little bit about what I stumbled across. I'll share my screen here. Here's actually the Avenger room from TryHackMe. And just to point out, AV is enabled. Everything should be patched, so we do have to bypass that. And if we go over to here and we go to AV bypass with NIM, here's what I discovered. This snr, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but it's this reverse shell, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. It says a simple reverse shell written in NIM that bypasses Windows Defender detection. And it shows the OSs it's been detected on, codes made for educational purposes only, etc., etc. Now, what surprised me was how simple this code is. Even if you don't know NIM, which I don't, we can kind of read what's going on. So we have an exe, so it's a binary. We're setting our listener IP and our listener port is trying to execute commands. And that's all there really is to it. Nothing's really obfuscated in this. It's standard code. You can read it. You know what's going on. But it really does bypass Defender. I did it to my own host machine, which is Windows 11, running updated Defender. And not only was I able to get a shell, it was stable. I could fully enumerate my own file system, which is crazy to me. There's a few other NIM shells and just shells that claim to bypass Defender. And what often happens is you'll have a shell for, maybe 15 to 30 seconds, but then Windows Defender catches that shell and shuts you down. This one, it didn't catch me at all. It was stable. I could keep on going and keep on hacking. And it's relatively easy to get this and to compile it. Now, if you want to follow along, there's a few things that you need to do. Right here, you need to install NIM and MingW64. This is how we compile it. And of course, NIM is the language it's written in. These are the commands to do that. I'll zoom in for you. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go ahead and pause this video and get these two things installed and then start the video again. If you're watching this live on stream, well, OBS crashed. So this is the second time I'm explaining these steps. So you probably have had more than enough time to also do it yourself. So if you haven't already, you can go ahead and do that. And here's the command that we are going to use for compiling the binary. All right, now let's go ahead, get this pulled up. We have Avenger here, and what I did, and you'll see this in the previous stream if you watch it, but we discovered this vhost called avenger.tryhackme, and on it we have a directory called gift. Now this gift directory is a WordPress site, and what stood out to me when I was first looking at this is this upload form right here. And if I pull up my enumeration notes from our first stream when we were first diving into this room, Avenger, if we look at this HTTP as we were enumerating it, you can see I discovered this. We uploaded a netcat.exe binary because I just wanted to know, are there any file restrictions on this upload page? And it uploaded successfully. The screenshot I did not include is once the file uploads, it says our team will check this carefully or review this message carefully, and we'll let you know like what's going on or if it's going to work. And so we know that there's a real human being trying to look at this. Initially, I thought, hey, maybe if I upload a .scf file, which a .scf file, you can put in an SMB share, and when a user views it, we're able to steal their hash. So I thought maybe if I get a user's hash, I can do a pass the hash attack with EvilWinRM and get access, but it didn't work. I uploaded the SCF file, nothing happened. So instead, I fell down this rabbit hole of NIM, and like I said before, I only got initial access and then stopped and thought, hey, I need to jump on stream and we need to do this together. So I haven't enumerated the machine or anything. So once we get initial access, that's everything I've done up to that point, and we will work on the rest together. But I want to show you guys this cool process of evading Defender. So I have AV evasion here. I'm going to remove calculator.exe, and if we nano our reverse shell.nim, we just need to update our IP and our port that we want to listen on. So I'm going to grab my IP for TryHackMe, which is 10.13.4.234. We'll do port 443 so that it's believable, and we'll go ahead and save that. I'm going to open a netcat listener here. We'll just call it 443, sudo netcat mvlp 443 to get our listener going. All right, we got that going. We have our terminal here, and now our syntax, I'll see if I can type this and explain it without screwing it up, but there's always a good chance I'll type it. It's nim-c. Oh, we can actually see it right here. Although I don't think that one worked for some reason. I'm going to copy it from my notes. MingW, because that's how we're compiling it. app-GUI means, hey, run the process in the background. So even if the command prompt is closed, our shell does not die. We want to optimize it for speed. -o, I'm going to call it reverse shell.exe at first, and then it's reverse shell.nym is our targeted file. Fingers crossed that that works. I wonder why. Okay, let me copy it. When I copy it, I must have some weird typo here. Oh no. I swear, guys, this was just... Oh, wait. Maybe if I do this. Okay, what's the difference? What did I miss the first time? Oh, you guys catch it? I did a -c, and it's a C without a dash. That's the error that I'm making. So now we have reverse shell.exe, but we don't want to send that to our victim. Like, who's going to click a file called reverse shell.exe? So let's move reverse shell.exe, and we'll just call it calculator.exe to make it a little less suspicious. And now we have calculator.exe. We have our netcat listener open. If we cat out the reverse shell.nym, it's just from GitHub. The only thing I updated was the IP and the port. All right, we got that going on now. Now if we go over to our upload file, see, I'm Tyler at HackSmarter.com. Not a real email. Don't try to email it. And we'll do choose file. We'll go home. Try hack me. Actually, not even try hack me. I think it's just AV evasion, calculator.exe, and we will go ahead and send the message. Hey, thanks, Super Steve. Appreciate it, my friend. Slowly submitting. Uploading our file, our calculator. All right, so this, it says, thank you for your submission. Our team is delighted to review every message carefully. So they're actually looking at the message. If we pull this up, we have a shell. We have just bypassed an updated version of Windows, updated signatures in Windows Defender, and we have a reverse shell. Who am I? We are gift/Hugo. So we have that, which is awesome. And this is all I've done. The rest of this is going to be me kind of working through this live, stumbling through it. Will we complete the machine today? I have no idea, but we've gotten farther than I thought we would when I was kind of falling into this rabbit hole of AV evasion. I'm going to call this post exploitation. So we have our shell there, and we'll go ahead and grab a screenshot of that. And drop that in our notes. And now we have to be careful about what we do. We probably can't throw WinPeas at it because WinPeas is going to be grabbed by Windows Defender. It's not going to let us run. So let's begin with some basic enumeration. We actually do system info. If it's enabled, it might not even allow our Hugo user to do system info. Okay, it does. So we have Windows Server 2019. Good to know. What's our architecture? x64. So we'll keep those things in mind. Actually, I'll grab that for our notes. Those are the main things that really stand out to me. So we'll say we have Windows Server 2019 Data Center, and we are... let's go ahead and... Can I expand this? No. Okay, let's do that again. I wanted to get the x64, and then I realized I didn't get it. There we go. Let's do that. Now, let's go ahead and highlight for ourselves. We're using this version of Windows, and it's x64 base BC. Control-C. Drop that into our notes as we enumerate the system. The other thing I always like to do on a Windows machine is who am I privileges. And what I'm really looking for here is impersonate privilege. If we have an impersonate privilege, then there's a good chance we can do something like a potato attack and elevate our privileges. What I see here is we have an SC change notify privilege, bypass reverse checking, and increase working set privilege. I don't think we can use those for privilege escalation. Let's see who our users are on the machine. So we have Hugo and our administrator, and we are, of course, Hugo. So if we CD over to Hugo, CD to desktop, I'm guessing is where the user flag is going to be. And we have the user flag. With great power comes great responsibility. So if we go back to try hack me, let's drop that in. Boom, I've unlocked a streak freeze. Beautiful. And I think, am I one of the first people? Am I the 9th or 10th person? Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm the 10th person, or other people have already done this before me. I have no idea. I don't know how the scoreboard works, but I don't think too many people have completed this machine. It's only 3 days old. But we have the user flag. And I might as well grab that for our notes, that we were able to get that. We'll just go here and here. Okay. User flag is down. Good work, team. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I'm guessing we can't just like CD to administrator. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Oh, access is just giving me additional info. It must be from my shell, maybe, because it's injected into the process itself. That's cool. If we go to Hugo again, I think it's force. Force? All right, we'll just do dir. Is there anything like in his documents? Actually, it says 0 files, so I don't think so. Let's see what programs might be installed on this computer. What the heck is that directory? What's... Oh, I thought maybe that would be is this saying PHP is not allowed? Anyways, CD, what is this thing? Access is denied. That's what that is. Okay. Word. CD program files. OS error. Additional info program. Is it not reading? It must not like that. Maybe it's the way my shell is set up. I probably can't access anything with spaces, which is going to get annoying. Okay. Well, we have our initial shell. And what we could do from here is maybe get like Hoax shell. Did I just put it home Tyler Hoax shell? CD home Tyler Hoax shell. Okay, and with Hoax shell, Hoax shell will allow us to at least do spaces. And Hoax shell, we can do a Hoax shell using just CMD. And because we have CMD access, it should also bypass Windows Defender. And we might get a little better shell. I'm not entirely sure, but if we copy this, what we are going to update is our IP here. Bring it to 10.13.4.334. And port 8080 is fine. The rest of this should be good. Oops. So that's good. And now we need to set up our listener. Python 3 hoax shell listener -t cmd curl -p 8080. All right, we are listening on that. And if we go back over to here, we just paste that in. Let's see if that works. Okay, it did. So still bypassing Windows Defender here. And now I think we should be able to enumerate program files. Beautiful. Always have more than one way to do things, right? When we run into strange issues like that. So in program files, we have Amazon, common files. I mean, nothing that really stands out to me. We have Windows Defender, which is of course on. Internet Explorer. Nothing interesting there. We cd to program files x86. We have AWS tools, common files. And the AWS side of it isn't something that we can really enumerate. It is just how TryHackMe hosts the stuff. Checking a message on my phone real quick, y'all. Give me a moment. All right. So nothing... the reason I'm checking that, I always do this when I get access to a Windows machine, because we might see a program that is vulnerable to like a common local privilege escalation. So that's what I'm checking for, but I'm really not seeing anything there. How long am I streaming tonight? No idea, dude. We'll see when I get tired of streaming. It'd be cool if we can complete this machine. I'd be happy then. And so if we complete this machine, we'll be done. But maybe I just fall into another rabbit hole and I don't complete it. So we'll see. All right, now we're just doing some enumeration. We have passwords.txt. Okay. Don't mind if I do. These are default passwords. So we might be able to access MySQL. I could try that. I believe MySQL's on the machine. Well, let's just keep looking at this stuff. I think those are just default passwords. Probably aren't going to help us a whole lot. We have Anonymous, Apache, install, MySQL. Well, we have bat files. That might actually have the actual MySQL password in there, PHP. Okay, there's actually a lot here that I want to enumerate. Okay. Nothing too interesting there. Let's start at the top. What's anonymous? Is that like the FTP side of things? One file, okay. Nothing there. Apache, htdocs. I'd assume there's some credentials here so we can RDP into this machine. And I'm also thinking, do we have write access to the actual web server? And if we do, who or what is the web server running under? I think that's in this config file, but maybe I'm mistaken. Jordan over in Twitch. I got a question which might be hard to answer. How do you know when you're ready to take the OSCP exam? I currently have no certs, a few for IT though. Hack the Box, I have roughly 50 machines rooted, a bunch on THM. Any certs you recommend getting before OSCP to prepare? I don't know. It's a hard question. I don't think you need certs before you take the OSCP, especially with the practice you've already done. And as far as the Hack the Box and 50 machines, part of that would be what difficulty were the machines, and how often did you utilize walkthroughs. That might gauge kind of where you're at. The best thing that I would say to do to prepare for the OSP, or know if you're ready, do a 1 month subscription to Proving Grounds Practice. Proving Grounds Practice is OffSec's like hack the box platform, for lack of a better word, but it's machines created by them as well as some retired OSCP machines. And what I would do is I would get a 1 month subscription to Proving Grounds Practice and then look at TJ Knoll's list. TJ Knoll has an entire section dedicated to Proving Grounds Practice. Those are the machines that have been most realistic to the exam from my experience. So go to TJ Knoll's list and then give yourself a mock exam. Give yourself 24 hours to take the exam. Take it seriously. Do one AD machine, so you have the AD set done, and then do the standalone machines as well. And do it all in that 24 hours and see, can you get a passing score with a mock exam using Proving Grounds Practice? If the answer is yes, then I would say you're ready for the exam. If the answer is no, then you may not be ready for the exam. So that would be honestly the best way I would answer that. Hopefully that's helpful. We have some logs. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. You guys see how big that log is? This might mess up our shell. Oh, not terrible. Do we have any credentials in here? Any GET requests that include credentials? So this is almost when they were configuring the machine, it looks like to me. If we find some credentials, would be the unintended path. Or maybe this is the intended path. I have no idea. Let's go all the way to the beginning of this. This goes back to June of 2023. Setting the themes, but I'm not seeing any text or credentials being sent there. There's nothing else there. I don't know what that is. Oh. Looking at the chat. What about WP config? That's a good thing, Oreo Byte. What if the web app is running as other user? Leon, I actually just said that a little bit ago. Dude, me and you think alike. I was wondering the same thing. We could easily test that. Oh, if I could type. Access is denied, so I don't have write privileges to it, but I can enumerate all of it. Okay, here's the WordPress stuff. This is what I was looking for. So it's hashed, salted. Oh, here we go. Surprise MF. So we do have some credentials here. Let's go ahead and just grab this for our notes. Wonder if we have password reuse at all. And one way we can check that. Avenger.tryhackme. Yes. Hugo. Nope. No password use there, but we do. That is okay. So we have a few things here. We try to crack these. Or can we just access this database ourselves? We know MySQL is internet facing. Mode, so MySQL -h Avenger.tryhackme-u, and we're going to do the user gift. Okay, that's not going to work. So there must be whitelisting based on IP there. If we do it from this actual machine, MySQL would have to be on here, right? How are they managing it? That's the syntax for Windows, isn't it? It's just MySQL. If it's installed, I think. Wonder where that's located at. One second, guys. I'm going to connect to this. We're going to connect to the almighty ChatGPT. Give me a minute. Continue with Google. MFA. All right. Oh my goodness, our systems are a bit busy. Please take... Bruh, I'm trying to hack. All right, guys, we're doing it freaking Stone Age. There was no ChatGPT when I took OSCP, for what it's worth. Although you can't use it on OSCP. I think it's just MySQL. I mean, this is actually good, just enumeration here. What do we have running? See if anything stand out to me. MySQL is running. Freak. MySQL's not real. Okay. Well, we have some possible credentials. Just don't know the best way to use them. We could try to crack hashes. Trying to think what we all... Let me actually look at my notes on Windows enumeration, Windows Privesc. Let's see if I'm missing anything big here. Try this. Alright, I don't think any of that's going to be helpful to us. We can probably see that Windows Defender's turned on for sure. Running, yep. We could check for unquoted service paths. Get this pulled back up. I don't have access to PowerShell the way I'm doing this now, so I have to see if we can just do it from straight terminal. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Remember, we can't use any automated tools because Defender is running. Whew. So this may break our shell. Oh, I see why. Let's do a few things here. We don't need the cmd-c. We're already in command. Oh, it still doesn't like that, though. Disable the session defender by running a cmd inspector. If it breaks the shell, we'll just get our shell back. Oh yeah, well, it may have had a good point there that it was going to break the shell. Yeah. But hey, we still have this shell. Whoops. But obviously it's a buggy shell. This is our shell that I got with my sweet exe binary bypass of Windows Defender. Oh, hey, it worked. Oh, but it's just showing us what's running. We have the Amazon agent, Apache 24. It's not unquoted. That's not unquoted. Oh, is that MySQL, though? Hey, at least we found that. Let's get Hoax Shell back on here real quick. And we can do that with this command. All right, and what I want to go to is this. Whoops. Whoa, what's going on here? Well, we got some error messages. Do I just get that if I just try to run the .exe? No. Actually, it was in Hacktricks. I'm totally missing the chat, guys. Let me pull the chat back up. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. And I'm not. Okay, cool. Oh, that is the right syntax. Do we need to prompt it for a password? Doesn't like that, does it? Ooh. I wonder if that's prompting for a password, but it's not letting me see it with my Hoax Shell stuff. We just need to include the password, which I think to do that in one line is like -p and then a percentage symbol with no space and then the password going off memory. Yeah. So let's use our real shell. Oh no, real shell didn't fully die there. I was hoping it would get out of Hoax Shell. Maybe it'll get a session. No, it won't. All right, that's fine. It may actually launch back up here. And if it doesn't, we'll just go like this. Oh, see, we already got the shell. Beautiful, because it just keeps injecting it. So we do that. Oh no, not this error. I fell into this error last time. Okay, let's think about this for a second. Let's see if I can get my nim shell to read spaces properly. Give us a second. It should catch our shell again, I hope. Otherwise, I'll upload it. All right. Can I get PowerShell? Give me PowerShell. I don't know how to fix Hoax Shell when it breaks. Does anyone ever see this error? It's like after I've used Hoax Shell a few times, the thing just doesn't work anymore. So I have my nim.exe binary. That gives me a pretty stable command prompt, but I can't do things like PowerShell, and I can't do spaces, which means I can't really access MySQL. Oh, maybe there wasn't. Hold up. Let's see if there's even spaces. There may not have been spaces. Was it bin? Hey, we might actually be okay. So I think it's mysql.exe -u gift %. I might totally have this syntax wrong. I need to pull up our guy's password. Surprise. MF. Okay, no. That's not the correct syntax. But you know what? We should be able to actually prompt for the password here. Okay. No, it's not going to prompt for the password. I'm actually looking at my notes now if I can find the syntax in my notes. 1 second. If I find it, I'll show it to you guys. Otherwise, I'll have to do some Googling. There's a syntax where you can just put the password in while you type. Like, it's not going to prompt you for the password. I just don't remember what that is. Hey, I found it. Okay. My notes save the day when ChatGPT isn't alive. It's just -p and then the password, but with no spaces. Okay, actually we got it. I'm just impatient. Shoot. I still didn't work. Yeah, Jordan, I do know why. Bloodhound has this weird thing that if your ingester is not the same version as Bloodhound or Neo4j, there's a weird version thing there that it will not work. You'll run into that error. I can't type exploit. I believe they fixed it though. Let me get to their GitHub. I think now when you run it, it tells you like the version of things that you need. And you can run it up in Docker now, can't you? Yeah, dude. Okay, if you're not using the Docker version of it, this is the most updated version. If you use the Docker version, it'll actually tell you which it'll give you the ingester that you need so that it pulls it in properly. So if you're not using this Docker newish version of Community Edition, run that, and then it should give you the steps there on how you can do that properly. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know if that works. Guys, I'm not sure what to do here. I think this is the way forward. I'm guessing we have to log into MySQL, get a password for a user, but I can't get it to work. I could restart the machine and do this all again to see if I get HackSmarter to do it properly. Try a different port, I guess. But HackSmarter does this weird thing where it gets in this like loop where it dies. Yeah, see this right here. It does it after you've used it a few times. It just refuses to work anymore, which is annoying. I think there's at least a few walkthroughs posted now on this. I might just end up looking at a walkthrough to figure out what I'm missing. Yeah. Oh, he used Go. So I bet he bypassed Defender with Go, a Go binary turned into .exe. That'd be interesting to read. Let's just make sure I'm not missing anything on my enumeration. I do think it's going to be MySQL since we found those database creds, but we could check always install elevated, I suppose, just to be thorough. Okay, so that's not going to work. We check save credentials. Nope, no currently stored credentials. We can see if our registry keys have any passwords in them. Yeah, I tested credential reuse. Oh. Look at that. We may have a password there. I guess it pays off to be thorough, doesn't it? Now I wonder if we can log in as admin or Hugo. Let's try both. I think I still have Remina open. I thought I did. Did I copy that? Okay. Oh, look at that. We got Hugo's password. Beautiful. Beautiful so far. So we have a better foothold now. And we found his password in the registry. That's crazy. Look at this. This is freaking out because of my NIM shell. What? Let's close our shell. We have credentials now. Wow, beautiful stuff. So this is like all of it trying to run in the... Oh my goodness. I like broke this machine. This reminds me of Windows XP, yo. When you get all that stuff on your screen. I totally broke this machine. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is the script that's reading the files that come through. Oh, so that's why I'm getting all those strange errors. And then is it deleting them, I take it? Guys, I'm so happy I found those credentials in the registry. Had that in my notes, but I've never actually used it on a machine. Notes are a good thing. Now we have full PowerShell access. Now maybe we can access the SQL database. Okay, that's gonna get old quick. Can I just evil win RM into this beast? Was that the password? Okay, let's just do this. We'll evil win RM. cd xampp, cd mysql, cd bin. So not going to prompt me for credentials here either. Okay, well, it's going to prompt me there. I don't think it got the password. Okay, I tried both of those passwords. It doesn't work. How about just root with no password? Oh, look at that. We got access to the database. And we have a hash here for admin, but I wonder if that's just Hugo's password. Hash.text. Now we watch. Or I guess I could check if that's actually like just the Hugo password. If we go to if we go here, admin surprise mf123. That might just be Hugo's password and we're wasting our time trying to crack it. I guess the gift endpoint is slow, is what people were saying. I guess it is pretty slow. Okay, it did log us in. So we're wasting our time trying to crack it because it's just Hugo's password. But what is WordPress running as? Like, what if we get a shell now? Through themes, you know, like classic WordPress exploit. Isn't 2021 the classic, like, theme that you get a PHP shell on, I think? I think it is. I'm actually going to look at my note. No, I don't have the notes on this computer that I'm thinking of. But I think this is what it is. Let me just double check before I fire off. WordPress versus shell theme. Pretty sure that's what it is. Or does it work with any WordPress? I suppose it does. We're editing the .php. Let's give it a shot. Classic pen test monkey. Ten dot 13.4234. 443. Well, that's the one I was using before, so I might have issues there. All right, now to actually access the old theme, I think can I just activate it here? Let's edit a different one. Maybe I edited something wrong. Am I blind? Where did 404.php go? Well, Yeah, I've ran into that issue before. You can't edit a theme that's in use. So let's go back to the Astra theme and let's just see if I can edit that and get a reverse shell. Although it'd be a little silly for like WordPress to be running as admin, you know what I mean? But maybe there's something we need to get here. Either way, let's just see if it works. All right, now if we go back to themes, let's reactivate Astra. The theme is broken. Frick. I broke the theme. So it must be checking it in some way. So it went back to that one. Okay, let's try to theme edit 2021 again or whatever. If this doesn't work, I'm going to assume this is a rabbit hole. Try it on the footer, maybe. Oh, wait, let's go to 2021. Let's go to the older one. Maybe editing this is what breaks it, so I have to edit something else. Let's try the footer. Because that should load when the page loads, right? 10.13.4234. 5. Now there's a way to just go straight to this. Without even activating the theme. I did this on Dante. On Hack the Boxer Pro Labs. I don't remember how to do that though. Might take me a second to look that up. So I guess let's just try to activate the theme again and see what happens. Make sure I'm not missing any comments over there. All right, 2021 activate. This may be a complete rabbit hole. Shouldn't the footer like auto execute? All right, I think this is a rabbit hole. We could try. Metasplay can automate it for us. Oh gosh, what's it called though? Maybe that one. Although, yo, AV is going to catch us if we try to get a full reverse shell on this. We need to just upload like a basic command shell, maybe? Let me just think for a second. Could be a complete rabbit hole, too. Because why would WordPress run as the administrator on the machine? And I guess can we check what it's running as? And I guess I didn't even look at all these databases. Maybe PHP my admin. Okay. Nothing. And this like is just root with no authentication. I don't think that would be useful, but can't we technically get a shell with MySQL in some way? It's not going to work though with updated AV. Maybe MySQL's a rabbit hole. I mean, we found creds. The only thing MySQL had for creds was the admin user, which is the same user that we have. There's not like, okay, I'm going to check something really dumb. There's not like password reuse between the regular user and the admin, right? Wait, I'm already an admin? Hold up, guys. Was that all I had to do? No freaking way. Guys, what am I doing with my life? There's the final flag. Wow. I was way overthinking that last step, obviously. But I just rooted the machine. I was already an admin. So there was no privilege escalation. I just found the credentials. Like, I could have stopped there. I just didn't think of trying the obvious thing, which the credentials is really cool. We found those credentials by searching the registry for password strings, and we found surprise MF123 exclamation mark, and that allowed us to log in as a Hugo user, and then he already had admin privs. The only reason I didn't see it in my initial shell is it wasn't running as administrator. Let me show you guys the step I missed. Very basic enumeration step I missed is this. Net user, net local. If we do net user Hugo, we would have saw that he was in the administrators group. I missed that very obvious step of running net user, which is what I usually do when I get on a machine. I just didn't do it. I was doing other things first. And that's all I miss. If we would have done net user Hugo when we logged into the machine, we would have known that we were admins. But hey, we learned some stuff. We learned some enumeration in the process, but we did successfully solve the machine. That is awesome. Congratulations, you've completed it. Share it with your friends. You guys are my friends. I don't know. Only a 3-day-old machine. I don't think it's been solved by too many people, so I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm one of the few who have been able to solve it. And man, that was a fun machine. We learned everything from fully bypassing Windows Defender with NIM, right? I created that reverse shell with NIM. We searched the registry once we had access to the machine. We found those credentials in the registry. We RDP'd as a Hugo user. We launched PowerShell as an admin after I spent a lot of time in a rabbit hole trying to get like a shell in WordPress and everything. But hey, we still did it. We had admin. We fully rooted the machine. Beautiful. We're at an hour and 16 minutes. Cool. I'm going to call it here, guys. I'm not going to keep doing things because, once again, starting December 1st, I will be on stream every single night working through Advent of Cyber. But really hope you guys learned some cool stuff as I worked my way through that machine, including the random rabbit holes that I fell into. So guys, thank you for being here. If you're going to watch this after the fact, if you missed part of it, you can either watch the previous live stream. Otherwise, I will get this released as a standalone video on my YouTube page for Avenger Part 2, where we fully root the machine. So guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here. I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.